Hello and welcome to the Glesga Da Podcast. Coming up this week, what's your favourite double act?
Mince and totties. What are you talking about, a favourite fucking double act? We go it in our terms. Instead of fucking being here 3 years' time and two guys and a dog watching it with our bobby out.
I think we decided we've all got our different projects in terms of I'm on tour.
Yeah, and I've got a decking project out the back garden. Aye, we've all got our different. I've got a washing machine to fix. Aye.
But before then, we're talking about everything. Well, we've got a surprise announcement, I guess.
A surprise announcement. I think for some of our dear beloved listeners, it's going to come as a bit of a shock because, unfortunately, boys and girls, ladies and gents, the Fringe this year, the show is called Glesga Da Fucks Off. I've been telling everybody to fuck off for that long. We both feel, my son and I, that we're going to fuck off. It's been a wonderful 2.5 years, and thanks for all your support. But after the Fringe, we're done. And there's a reason why we're done. Because for the last 2.5 years, he's completely incapable of saying Glesga Da. He always says Glesga Dad because he's a pampered middle class fanny. And quite frankly, it's getting on my fucking nerves. but seriously though, we're all good things sadly must come to an end, and we're riding off into the sunset. We're firm friends, and we'll carry on being firm friends and doing some business together in the comedy world and stuff. And Sean, a producer, we may do something else. But Glesga Da, we're probably going to auction off the hat, the gex.
And you.
The cardigan. No, you can't auction me. I'm too valuable. So if you want to put a bid in for the specs, the hat, the cardigan, we'll even throw in the phone and the Sports Direct mug. And we'll give the money to charity.
We will. And it's probably important to say we're no deed yet. We're going to go to the end of the Fringe as well in August. And I mean, it's been a journey and we're going out in a high.
We go out in our terms. Instead of fucking being here 3 years' time and two guys and a dog watching it with our bobby out, I think it's better to go out in a high.
And I know people will be disappointed who love the podcast, particularly those.
But we'll still have all that stuff online. We'll still have the TikTok stuff, all the wee vignettes, all the hello da, fuck off. And we'll have all the podcasts and all the clips and the shorts. It'll be there in perpetuity for you to watch again, to give you that warm, fuzzy feeling, to kind of listen to it and think, I thought I was an arsehole until I heard these two cunts. So stick in there. It's always going to be there, that archive. But come and see us do our thing. Well, you'll not get a ticket for him. You can't get a ticket for him. He sells out everywhere. But I don't sell out. Well, I do no bad, actually. But come and see me doing live comedy. And it's just me without the hat and the glasses. It's just me. Raymond Mearns, superb comedian. AKA, did you used to be the Glesga Da? Aye.
And I think for us, we've got a show in Bad coming up in Glasgow.
That's Barra's Art and Design,
yes,
for the uninitiated.
So that's the last Thursday in June. So I think it's the 26th of June.
26th of June?
Yeah, so you can come and see us then. That's a great venue if you've been before, and obviously the Edinburgh Fringe as well.
Yeah, so buy your tickets. And by the way, it's a different show every day at the Edinburgh Fringe because it depends who's in.
Aye.
Some of these poor people, we get a lot of tax inspectors and police officers for some weird reason, and we just get them a severe arse ripping. And it's great fun. So come and see us. Buy a ticket. Go to glesgada.com or some fucking thing. He handles all that, which is why he's massive online and I'm fuck all. So come and see us at the Fringe. Come and see us at Barra's Art and Design. And, well, come and see us.
It's quite mad, isn't it? Because I think we decided we've all got our different projects in terms of I'm on tour.
Yeah, and I've got a decking project out the back garden. Aye, we've all got our different. I've got a washing machine to fix. Aye. Yes, sorry, carry on.
Because I don't think maybe people that watch us sort of on a weekly basis, they maybe don't realise the time and effort that we put in. Well, sorry, that I put in. No, I'm joking. But in seriousness, the time and effort to put out a weekly podcast, it's a lot of work.
It's massive. It is absolutely massive. And you're moaning about how much it's costing you and all that. And does it costs us, people? It costs us to make this. I mean, that FUD sitting behind the camera, he's the only one getting paid for this. Do you think we make money off your comments? No, we tried a Patreon, but you went, fuck you. We're not giving you the steam off for shit, Glesga Da. That's fine. We tried it. I think, how many people signed up for the Patreon? 4?
Something like that, aye.
So you 4 people that signed up, thank you.
Thank you.
I never saw that. He kept that money.
Still to get the refund.
He kept that money. I never saw that.
Not at all. I think probably the highlight was the show at the Barras that we're doing again in June. And that was impressive. 400 people in that room. It was
brilliant.
Mental.
It was great. And they were I think it's your people, it's your audience, and you have been so loyal. That's what's been really good. That's how it's with a heavy heart we're kind of, stopping it. But we've got other things. We've got to move on.
But I think as well that it's probably fair to say we were a wee bit, no worried, but we weren't sure how the Fringe was going to go last year, and then the shows were brilliant.
We didn't, because the Fringe last year was incredible, because we had a 50-seat venue. We got 27 people in on the first day, and Stu was scared because he thought he'd have to go out and flyer. He was shitting his brakes because he went, "What do you mean, work for a living?" Aye. So he was shitting it because I made him go and flyer on the grass market in Edinburgh on the first day, and he was shouting himself. How do you talk to people? You go, "Hello, do you want to come and see Glesga Dad?" Right. And it was amazing because for the second day to the last day, every single show completely sold out. But obviously what helped that was all the tax inspectors, all the police, and everybody from Falkirk that apparently came to the show.
Don't think after this podcast, this episode, we're done. It will run till the end of July, and then of course the Edinburgh Fringe run.
So the last podcast will come out on the last Wednesday in July.
The last Wednesday in July. Aye.
So savour it. Aye. Savour them.
Yeah.
Because after July there won't be any more. But you can watch, you can go back and watch all the old ones and have a wee laugh, and it's always there. And that's a good thing, and it's free.
Aye. And
it's free of charge.
The last episode will be something very special.
But it'll be nice, it'll be funny, it'll be poignant, as it always is. Aye. It'll be informative, it'll be full of ignorant pish. It's just got everything.
Absolutely. Yeah. And let us know in the comments what's been your highlights for the Glesga Da experience. That would be good.
Aye. Because some of the shows we've done have been brilliant.
Who's been your favourite live guest?
My favourite live guest?
Aye, who was your favourite guest?
Well, I thought the first guest, wee Jordan Young.
Jordan was great.
I fucking love him. He's such an amazing, positive, happy.
Aye. He's just a genuinely lovely guy, and I've bumped into him a few times, and he's always been so great, and he's got a lovely family as well. But Jane McCarry, for me, I didn't know what to expect with Jane, and she was absolutely brilliant.
I know. I've worked on a few things with Jane.
If you don't know Jane McCarry, sorry, she's Eyes If You Still Game.
I've worked with Jane on a few things, and she's fucking funnier in real life.
Aye.
She's a brilliant actor. Mm-hmm. She's a brilliant actor. But she's also got I've got some skills as a comedian and a raconteur. I feel like a fucking moron next to Jane McCarry. That's true. Mm. She's incredible. And she just, when she's in front of an audience, she absolutely puts out all the love and everything, and there's a lot of good feeling in the room. Mm. So what's been amazing, we've had this 2.5 year journey. And it'll be by the time we finish at the Fringe, it's 2.5 years. We started this in March 2023, right? 2.5 years later. And we just created all this content. And it's free for anybody and everybody to watch it forever. You can watch it, fine. If you subscribe to YouTube, you won't get adverts in the middle of it. So they still carry some adverts so we can get 8 pence a month. Right. Keep me in my dotage. And by the way, I've never seen any of that money either. That's him and that FUD behind the camera gets that.
He's not seen any of the debt either we've built up. But I think
debt, he's loaded. He's loaded.
For me, it was a wee bit. Remember we were sitting in your house and we were like, let's try these.
Which one of my houses?
Exactly. One of the wee mad videos, and then that was it.
I know. But you remember what we tried to do? Because we've been talking on and off. I mean, a wee back, we'd sit together and we'd talk about, obviously, the stand-up and stuff and things and creative things. And then, you remember you got your wee brother in to film us, and it was the idea that we were going to do some sketches where I'm the dad and you're the son, and how I'm an objectionable old fud and always bringing you down and tearing you down and being negative about every decision and life choice you make. Because I was my dad, sadly. Right, I love the old cunt. He's dead. God rest him. But emotionally, he wasn't available. Right. But coming from East End of Glesga, we don't speak like that. And it's interesting that the kernel, the idea was always in there, and we didn't know what that was always going to look like. And then we just, and you used to edit all them yourself. You'd record them on your iPhone, and I'd be on the phone, and you'd say, Dad, such and such. I mean, the one I remember was, Dad, I've got 2 tickets to go and see Madness at the Hydro. And I was, what, is your more charging people now? Fuck off. Boom. It was great just coming up with a one-liners set up in a punchline, and it was perfect, and it fucking went like that. It went viral. It was incredible. And then that short form worked for us. But it was amazing. Created something out of nothing.
And of course, I think the benefit we had is we had such a backlog of clips that you, unfortunately, when you had your stroke, we had to use all that back catalogue.
Yeah. Well, I was out again for 7-8 weeks.
Aye.
Yeah, I had the stroke in August 2023. So, yeah, that's what it is. We just kept on going. Amazing. And we'll keep on going, and we're going to do the Fringe. I would expect us to sell out again. If we sold out last year, we should sell out this year. I would like to do a big venue. I would like to maybe see if we get in the Pavilion of the Citizens of the Kings or something, but I don't know if that's asking too much. But that's up to you.
It's up to me to fucking organise it.
Aye. So let us know if we get 2,000-3,000 people watching the podcast regularly. That's a theatre full of people.
It's interesting because a lot of where I go, like if you're touring or whatever, I always feel more people watch and listen to the podcast than the actual figures suggest, if that makes sense.
Well, that
doesn't make sense. But
no, it doesn't make sense at all.
Anywhere you go, they'll say, listen to the podcast. But we do get, I mean, some episodes we've got over 10,000 views and 15,000 views. Producers like that, 15,000.
Nearly 1 million views on Facebook last month.
1 million views.
A million views on Facebook?
On clips.
That's people that I know about. That's amazing.
So we're going to have a quick break, and then we'll talk about some double acts as well. So, welcome back. Now, remember, as we've just said, Glesga Da is coming to an end. We're officially fucking off. So, you can come and see us at the Edinburgh Fringe for the very last time. So, make sure you buy tickets. A lot of you have already. And also, we're doing an official last show in June at the Barras. So, visit glesgada.com or click the social link in any of our bios. So, obviously, we're calling it a day. What about what's your favourite double act?
Mince and Totties. What are you talking about? A favourite fucking double act?
Well, what's your favourite sketch double act? Like your what do you call it? Double
Tits
act?
and vagina. What are you talking about? My favourite double act. Laurel and fucking Hardy. I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm a member of a tent in Sons of the Desert.
What's that?
Do you know what that is?
No.
Right. It's the Laurel and Hardy fan club. It's a fraternity of Laurel and Hardy fans. In one of the Laurel and Hardy films, they were members of Sons of the Desert. It's a fraternity of people. And it's Laurel and Hardy fans, and I'm a member of a tent. The Cuckoo's tent is the organiser, boy, he lives in Largs. And I've joined the tent, which is in Glasgow. And they show Laurel and Hardy films every couple of weeks, every few weeks in the Panopticon in Glasgow, which is where Arthur Stanley Jefferson,
Right.
do you know who he is?
No.
That's Stan Laurel's real name, Arthur Stanley Jefferson. He did his first ever live performance on stage at the Panopticon in Glasgow's Trongate, above the Mitchell's Amusement Arcade.
I never knew he'd done his first performance in Glasgow.
He took his dad's suit. Now, his father was the manager of the Metropole Theatre, which was round at where the Scotia pub is. There used to be a theatre called the Metropole. His father was the manager. And Stan Laurel, 16 years old, took his old man suit and went into the Panopticon, the Britannia Panopticon Music Hall, and did his first live performance as a comedian in there.
Wow.
And the manager spoke to his dad, says, your boy's doing a turn in here with your suit on. And his father didn't know about it.
That's mental.
So my favourite double act is I don't know how many people watch Laurel and Hardy, but now we're now going back 100 years when they started making these films. Nearly 100 years ago, with Hal Roach Studios, Stan Laurel came together with Oliver Hardy, and they made these films, and they're still the funniest things you ever see. Just two guys that are as daft as each other, egging each other on, and their life is chaos and it's funny. That's my favourite double act of all time and always will be.
That's mad. I never knew any of that.
See, I don't broadcast what I do. It's just if you ask me, I'll tell you. I don't. It's not important to me. I just do my thing. But I love it. I've been a member of a tent, the Cuckoo's tent, because you know the Laurel and Hardy theme tune is called the Cuckoo Waltz.
I do.
And I'm in the Cuckoo's tent. So I'm in the fraternity of Sons of the Desert. So if you want to join, send us a message and I'll give you the link.
You hook me up.
Right, you want to join?
Hook them up. No,
Yeah,
no. I'll no join for them.
Sons of the Desert.
Because there's loads of comedy like performances or comedy legends that have gigged in Glasgow, isn't there, over the years? And there's the famous either die in your arse or you do well.
Well, that was the old. Well, hey, that's the thing. So have you been in the Britannia Panopticon?
No, never.
Right. So it's an old style public music hall, they were called. It's not really a theatre. It's a kind of tight music hall, and you go in it, and it's really tight.
Still open.
Aye, you can go in and see it. In fact, a lot of kids in the Scottish scene, they do gigs in it still. And what would happen is it's working class people going in for a laugh and to rip the arse out the punters, the acts. And if they didn't like you, they would come for the shipyards again and throw bolts at you, nuts out the shipyards and throw them at you. Seriously, right? It was fucking, if you didn't do well in front of a Glesga audience, half-pished, just worked all week in the shipyards, if you went on and you were going through the motions, you were getting ripped. You had to go off that stage. And there's famous stories of how the famous place was the Glasgow Empire, which I believe was at the top of Hope Street, where the piping centre is.
Okay.
I believe it was up there somewhere near the Theatre Royal. I don't know exactly. But for instance, Peter Sellers, famous actor, Inspector Clouseau and all that. He apparently went to the Glasgow Empire, started dying in his hole, went off stage, put on a record and walked out the fucking stage door, never even back for his wages. I mean, a lot of people died in their arse at the Glasgow Empire. The famous one was Bernie Winters. I don't know if you remember this guy. He was a TV comedian, Bernie Winters, and his dog Schnorbits. He had a brother called Mike Winters or something. The two of them, they're twins.
Right.
And Bernie Winters is on stage in Glesga, allegedly. I don't know if this is true. And he's dying in his fucking hole. And his brother Mike comes on stage and suddenly went, oh, fuck's sake, there's two of them. So, I mean,
That's brilliant.
I've been gigging in Glesga for 30 years, right? I started in 1991 and I've been on stage in Glasgow, right? And there's acts who are the very fine acts have come up for the world. Acts for Australia, America, come up for London. Stand-up's a big thing in the UK. And I have seen acts go on stage and fucking die a death in front of a Glesga audience. And it's fucking wonderful, right? It's fucking beautiful. No names, but I've seen people because I know them. And they've went on stage and they've went through the emotions and they've started sweating like a fucking pun of Semtex and they're dying on their arse. I remember one act that used to always struggle. He's a lovely guy and he's found his audience and he's doing well. I'm going to name him Tony Law because I'm going to do the act, right? Tony used to always struggle in these junglers' rooms because it's 14 stag nights pished out their nut wearing rubber tits. And Tony's very whimsical. And he used to do this thing which I used to love. He says, and now, because he's Canadian, and now German football teams in a Yorkshire accent, Bayer Leverkusen, Fortuna Dusseldorf, Borussia Mönchengladbach. And people are going, what's this fucking shite? And he would really struggle.
Aye. It's funny because he is the person I saw when I was started out, but he stormed the Friday and then bombed the Saturday with the same stuff.
I know, it was weird. Sometimes he would bomb because people just didn't get it. I love him. A great act. You know, and he was funny, he was absurd. But people just didn't get it. The average Glesga punters go, what the fuck?
I was doing a spot as well, and I'll no name her, but she's probably she's probably the top female comedian act in the UK at the moment.
The top female comedian, it's Catherine Ryan.
And I'll no name names, and she bombed to death, and she was in total tears. And
in tears?
Aye, it was bad. And now, massive, absolutely massive.
But you know that's an occupational hazard. Every comedian's died in their arse.
Right.
Everybody. You've died in your arse. I've died in my arse. And you're standing in front of an audience. The great thing about dying in your arse is this. I remember doing a football dinner one night in Dunfermline about 20 odd years ago. I crashed and burned. Died on my hole. I remember Dick Campbell's brother. I don't know his name, but he looks like Dick and he works in football with him, looking at me and looking at his brother and going, hey, I died in my hole. The good thing about dying in your hole is, see, after it, nobody wants to come near you, as if you're going to infect them with fucking your shitiness or something. So that's a good thing. I remember I died, it was horrendous, right? And I remember as I was leaving the venue, fucking crestfallen, right? This guy shouted for us. He says, oh, pal. And I went, what? He says, you're the worst fucking comedian I've ever seen. Get you fucking. Fucking, that's life.
My worst death was at Nottingham Junglers.
Oh, that's a hard room.
Oh.
That was a hard room.
Just nothing. And the MC, when I come off, just was like, what was that? What actually was that?
Who was the MC?
I'll not tell you her name.
2 comedians I saw live who were fucking incredible. 1, Michael McIntyre, and 2, Jim Jeffries. 2 of the best comedians I ever saw live, ever worked with live.
Do you know who I never... So basically I get speaking to the booker for Jongleurs once, Julia Chamberlain.
Julia, lovely lady,
and I said to her, who's the best act? And she said, well, Michael McIntyre would go on and he would do a different 20 minutes on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And annihilate it.
Amazing.
And people will say he's chalk and cheese. A lot of people don't like him, but when you saw him in that setting, he was phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
And then,
there's a wee bit of, because he's so famous, there's a wee bit of jealousy and all that, I suspect, in the business, and they know everybody. He's just a genius. Unbelievable. And a great comedian.
The best act I ever saw live that I didn't expect to enjoy, well, maybe no one never expected to enjoy, I just didn't think he would do as good, was Lee Evans. I saw Lee Evans.
Oh, amazing.
And his performance was absolutely phenomenal. Act. And then he retired at 50, didn't he?
Yeah. See, it used to tire me out, to be honest, watching him. But he was massive. Aye. I mean, he was right up there with, when Joe Brand and Jack D, when they were the fucking kings. So he was, but it used to tire me out. Wasn't my thing. I'd watch him and fucking getting palpitations. Fuck this. I met Bill Burr. Right, Kevin Bridges and I were in the stand one night at the comedy festival, and Bill had came over for the Glasgow Comedy Festival, and he was doing his podcast then, and it was before he went really stellar. So this would have been about, fuck knows, maybe 20 years ago now actually. So, and I remember Bill Burr said the nicest thing ever to me. So I was on stage, and Bill Burr came in and he was watching the show. And he says, I was standing here and I was watching you and I couldn't understand a fucking word you were saying, but I could fucking tell you was killing, man. You were killing. And I went, thank you, Bill Burr. And so Kevin and I were talking to Bill, we were just talking to him. He says, I love the way you guys always say cunt. It's fucking great, man. It's the way you say cunt. You just don't give a shit. And America can't say cunt. You say cunt all the fucking time. And it was brilliant. I mean, about 2 months after it, Kevin phoned me up and went, Bill Burr mentioned us on his podcast about the word cunt. Brilliant. And I was going, brilliant. So that was lovely. But Bill Burr, fucking, what a stand-up. Unbelievable stand-up.
I've never seen him live.
I've seen his Netflix specials. I've met him in the flesh and he was a lovely, lovely man.
Do you know who's unbelievable live?
Who?
Glesga Da live.
Oh, Glesga Da is, because it's real.
It's real.
When we do, we don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
We don't know what's going to happen next.
And the Fringe, is it? The Fringe is probably, for me, the favourite thing.
Aye,
today.
you could come and see Glesga Da every day and you'll get a different show every day.
At the Fringe, aye.
Yeah.
So remember, glesgada.com for tickets, or click the bio link in any of our socials. And we're also doing a show at the Barras Bad in June as well, the last Thursday in June. And you can come and see our final performances before this guy retires and hangs up his hat.
I'm no fucking retiring. I'm retiring, Glesga Da. No fucking retiring, you ball bag. Okay, and I'll still be out there doing it. Raymond Mearns, ace comedian.
Well, on that note, but brought it back to abuse. So remember, I can't, after all these episodes...
Remember, GlasgowDad.com. Yeah, pussy.
After all these episodes, I still can't say it. So GlasgowDad.com, or click the bio link in our socials. And if you enjoyed us, tell your friends, but if you didn't...
Fuck off nicely.